towards the tunnel now as we await them. There's a short delay in getting the teams out ready for kick-off tonight.
Good to see Harry Davis back in the team again after his injury, and he's been missed, and he's a real welcome addition back to the squad as the teams come out onto the park.
So St Mirren led out by Stephen McGinn, Livingston led out by Craig Calcutt. And let me just quickly run down the two teams again, starting off with St Mirren. In goals is Craig Sampson, in it Stephen McGinn, Kyle McGuinness, Lewis Morgan, Cammy Smith, Jack Baird, Ian McShane, Gavin Riley, Harry Davis, Liam Smith and Adam Eckersley. For Livingston it is Neil Alexander, Alan Lithgow, Craig Calcutt, Declan Gallagher, Sean Burns, Scott Pittman, Jackson Longridge, Keegan Jacobs, Josh Mullen, Nicky Cadden and Dale Carrick. And as I say, our referee tonight is Gavin Duncan. He is assisted by Gavin Harris and David Doig. That is Livingston's number 19 Dale Carrick, who comes into the squad after being on the bench on Saturday. Probably the most notable absence for Livingston tonight is James Penrice, who opened the scoring in their win away at Queen of the South on Saturday. He starts tonight's game on the bench, and it is Livingston's number 8 Scott Pittman, who will get us underway here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium on a cold Paisley night. And the first long ball was dealt with, and as you said, it is absolutely fantastic to see Harry Davis back in action here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. Here's Adam Eckersley with his first touches of the game, finding Lewis Morgan, who will have to get back on the goals tonight as he drives down the left hand side, maybe just nudged slightly there by the Livingston defender Jackson Longridge.
I imagine I think there might be a few kind of shall we say brisk tackles put in early on in the game, just people trying to stamp their authority on it.
The last time Harry Davis played here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium was in a 3-2 victory over Dundee United, in which he opened the scoring inside just 100 seconds, and what was one of those crucial results on the way to ensuring survival at the end of last season. Adam Eckersley starting to hold the place down in the starting 11 at the moment.
Yeah, since he's come back into the team, Eckersley just seems to have just taken that spot just now. You look in the bench and there's real good depth in the bench as well.
Obviously starting to sit into their shape already. Pittman will try and bring this down under the challenge there of the captain, and it's a Livingston free kick inside the centre circle. Such a great opportunity for Saints to get themselves back top tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you kind of hope the players don't think too much about that, because sometimes that pressure can get to you. They just need to come out and play the kind of style and form of football they've been playing, since those great results earlier in late last season.
Nicky Cadden just unable to keep it in the moment. Go there for Livy, another player who's come into the starting 11 tonight from the bench. Interesting that David Hopkins has made 3 changes from such a convincing victory at the weekend as Halkett clears it forward. It's chased down by the aforementioned Cadden, who can't quite keep it in play, but this is going to be a Livingston ball. Longridge went another throw in just on the far side there. Longridge, the final of those 3 changes from the weekend. He started his career at Ayr United back in 2012.
Just a kind of cagey opening so far, isn't it?
Well, it's one of those games that, as I've said a couple of times about games at this stage of the season, it maybe doesn't always feel like the time for big games, but this is a big game, and you maybe sense that these two teams feel that in the early going here. Nice touch from Ian McShane, trying to spread the play out to Morgan, who's going to keep it in play. And a chance now for Morgan to run at the defence in the early stages series. He takes it inside, and 2 players sliding in, but Gavin Duncan judges that there was no foul, and play continues with Scott Pittman. Morgan is still down, and Cammy Smith sliding in to win the ball back, and Gavin Riley is the target here. Riley does so well to take it down, but just can't hold on to it. Morgan is fine now, stayed down for quite a few seconds after those 2 challenges, you could say. Here's McShane.
Yeah, I thought, when
Morgan
Morgan
away.
got the ball at first there, he had 3 men on him and the 4th man came in with the tackle. It just shows the respect that Livingston have for Morgan.
Baird moves it forward, across towards Riley. Cleared away by Halkett. Well, they have it again. The game sprung into life for a short couple of seconds there after that Morgan challenge.
Yeah, I did say I thought there might be some kind of heavy challenges earlier on, but that just seemed quite over the top, didn't it? I was surprised play wasn't stopped.
Gavin Duncan saw nothing wrong with the challenge. It was certainly meaty, that's for sure. 4.5 minutes already on the clock. Smith couldn't bring that one down. Saints looking for handball possibly. Craig Sampson will get his first touch of the evening for what has actually been given as a corner.
Well, we've had a few strange refereeing decisions already, because Sampson could easily have got that, and so could the St Mirren player who was tracking the ball.
I don't know if I put the commentator's curse on that there when I said Sampson was about to get his first touch, but it is a Livingston corner, the first of the night.
Yeah, that was a strange one, that, but St Mirren just need to be solid and get the ball out quickly here. Gavin Riley up here just looking for the break.
So an early test for Jack Baird and Harry Davis. It's out to the edge of the box, and it's a crucial bit of defending there from Liam Smith to turn that away for a corner as the shot came in from the edge of the box.
Yep.
Livingston giving themselves the short option, but it's drilled in once again. Now they will get another opportunity to get the ball in the box. Davis's touch that time to get it away, and this time Sampson will get a touch.
Yeah, quite an easy take for Sammy at the end there. A bit of a wasted ball upfield, though there was no one there to take advantage of it.
Here's Alexander. Jacobs sends it long. Davis is under it. Only goes as far as Mullen. Mullen swings it in. Should be an easy take for Sampson, and is. And here's Liam Smith.
Yeah, I think that's better distribution from Sampson here. Give the ball out, chance to run with it and build up the break.
Cam McGuinness couldn't quite break there. It falls to Mullen. Mullen driving down the right hand channel and making his way into the box under pressure from Eckersley, who times his challenge well, and it's a goal kick. Great defending from Adam Eckersley. Yeah,
it was solid by Eckersley, wasn't it? He just kept his eye on the ball, kept his calm and composure. We get the goal kick from it. Just there's not much going through the midfield just now, is there? It's tending to kind of either down the wings or just kind of punting it up and down, but you know, I keep saying it, I always think a real strength is just playing through the midfield and distribution from there, allowing the break to come.
Guinness couldn't quite get to that, and it's spun away from Smith. Mullen was the only real option going forward there for him. Back to Jacobs. Jacobs looking for Mullen, who's made a very encouraging run. And it comes straight through to the Saints goalkeeper again and quickly distributes it out to Eckersley. Morgan. Eckersley gets it back. Looks for Smith. Does well to use his strength and take it under control, getting away from Keegan Jacobs. Again, sees the run from Riley and just trying to break it through the Livingston defence, but couldn't quite find the Saints striker.
Nice idea by McGinn there. As you say, it's a nice ball through, just maybe not quite enough pace on it. But that was more like it from St Mirren there. Nice kind of build up from the back. Yeah, the game's just starting to open out a wee bit more.
So both sides know what is at stake here as we go into the busy Christmas period of fixtures. As I said, Dumbarton here on Saturday, then it's a trip to Glebe Park to face bottom side Brecon City, and then we're back here on the 16th of December for the visit of Dunfermline live on St Mirren TV for you.
Yeah, visit to Brecon to visit the hedge, isn't it? That's their 12th man. The thing is, just now, it's real about trying to get points in the bag, isn't it? Because, as the winter really sets in, pitches get heavy, players maybe get injured, niggly injuries. You want to try and have the points in the bag to see you through that period.
Cammy Smith did really well there to come in and take the ball after Steve McGinn had slipped. Morgan, central at the moment. McShane, that's a lovely pass for Gavin Riley. Good defending from Livy captain Craig Calcutt, though, just to get in and win it ahead of Riley, who had made such an encouraging run. McShane. Trying the crossfield ball to find Liam Smith. Can't quite find him though. And this should be Craig Sampson's once again, and Livingston again just starting to sit into the shape as it looked at they were in the first couple of minutes. Riley isn't going to quite get to that.
Yeah, probably kind of fairly even so far. Livy have had the two corners, but that aside, I say it's kind of fairly even in terms of the possession that teams have had. Clearance downfield from Alexander.
Goes Baird. Smith nods it down. It's Livingston's ball.
You just wonder if it's one of these games where you could be settled by mistake, because there's so much at stake for each team here. Even it's still relatively early in the season, you might say.
Lithgow searches forward, but the flag has gone up on the near side. Looks like it will have been against Dale Carrick. Carrick with just a couple of goals this season. One of the players who impressed at Hearts during the really difficult financial situation a few years ago, but never quite made it at Tynecastle. But Saints have a throw in a good area here. 11 minutes gone, still no goals. Morgan isn't going to quite get onto that. Again, touch, finding a yellow shirt by accident, but that is a wonderful bit of defensive play from Ian McShane.
Yep, and even the ball back to Sampson, he had to get the weight just right there. Not enough. Livy are on it too much, and it puts Sampson under pressure.
Baird looking forward, moves it out to Smith. Cammy Smith is just going to lose out there from the slack pass. Back it goes to Alexander. Livingston, like Saints, favouring the long ball forward from the back. Here's Davis. Slightly dangerous area to pass the ball about him, but that is wonderful composure from Adam Eckersley to find Jack Baird, who is celebrating tonight. This is his 100th appearance for St Mirren, another Youth Academy graduate, and fantastic to see him joining the long list of famous players who have reached the century. And there's another lunge from Jackson Longridge, and once again the referee sees absolutely nothing wrong with it. Here's a chance to look at it now as the ball comes off of Lithgow, and sorry, it was Declan Gallagher, I should say, who slid in.
It's easy to say because, we're St Mirren TV, I'm a St Mirren fan, but players like Morgan, they need a bit of protection, because otherwise they just get kicked out of the game, and you think, where's the incentive to bring on young players with their talent otherwise?
Well, Morgan has been at the behest of those two challenges, but he keeps on going, the trooper that he is, and he's done well to get down the line and open up the space for a cross to the back post, but it wasn't to be that time for Kyle McGuinness. But you can hear the appreciation from the St Mirren fans for the work that Lewis Morgan put in there.
That was great, because I thought he'd lost the ball at one point here, chased it down, gets the cross, and McGuinness just not the power and direction behind it. But Morgan, you can see why players like that might end up thinking, what's the point here, because I'll just get kicked all over the park.
Jack Ross absolutely fuming with the assistant on the far side over Gavin Duncan's neglect in giving a free kick for those challenges that we've seen on Morgan in the opening 13 minutes or so. Morgan once again is on the ball. Eckersley comes forward to support. Nice turn by Smith. Here's McShane. Can he keep it in play?
Oh,
he
get
did.
the corner.
Wins the corner. It's Saints first of the game as we reach the quarter of an hour mark. Some lovely nifty football from St Mirren going forward.
Yep, just starting to apply a wee bit of pressure here. Chance to test Alexander on the goal with the corner coming in. I assume McShane will take it. He normally does.
Such a welcome sight to see that man playing again. Kel McGuinness, such an important factor in Saints' survival last season. He'll swing this corner in. It was under Alexander, who didn't quite get there, but maybe he should have. Baird chases to win it. He's brought down. And now it's like Jack Baird who wins it back. It's picked up by Davis, and that's a slack pass to give it away. It's Cammy Smith. Here's Riley, looks for goal, as he always does. But it's an easy take for Neil Alexander.
A bit speculative there by Riley, perhaps more hope than anything else. But the cross that came in, Alexander didn't quite get a proper connection with it. And maybe the only thing you'd say about Saints just now, if you look at the bench with like Sutton and Jordan Stewart, tall guys, there's no real big kind of target man in the area just now for a cross.
Composure shown there from Liam Smith. So 50 minutes gone, it's still St Mirren 0, Livingston 0.
Yeah, see, St Mirren just maybe started to kind of take a wee bit of control the last 5 minutes or so.
It's the control of games here at the PSA 2021 that we've become so accustomed to over the last few months, particularly during that fantastic run the Saints have been on here at home. And Saints get a free kick off Gavin Duncan for
some ironic cheers from the Saints fans there for us actually getting a free kick, yeah.
A rather frivolous offence. McGinn. Smith. Back to Baird. Grown confidence so much over the last few months. A lot of pressure on Jack Baird, but his performances this season have been second to none at the back. And that is very unlucky from Baird as he searched with the diagonal looking for.
Yeah, as you see, Baird, he was under a bit of pressure from some of the fans for a while, but he's really just kind of matured incredibly in the last few months.
Morgan, the ball towards the penalty spot, not finding a black and white shirt. He's got it again, it's cleared, and Baird comes in to take it. McGuinness caught a possession and loses out. And the challenge there on Sean Byrne. Well, Livingston have played 6 times away from home in the league this season. 4 wins, 1 draw, and just that 1 defeat to Dunfermline last month. They know how to play and get results away from home.
Yeah, and certainly the small band of travelling fans, maybe a couple of hundred in tonight. They're obviously hoping that Livy will continue their away form.
Livy sending a couple of extra bodies forward. Mullen trying to nip in. Good defending from McShane once again. Here's Eckersley. And it's once again
lovely one-touch stuff from Saints there.
Football. Smith.
Oh.
Again. Holding McShane inside him at the moment. McShane looks forward. Eckersley once again is out wide. Morgan's going to make that run just around the back there. Riley. Out to Morgan. Riley needs to try and get into the box here. McShane. Always looking up St Mirren when they have the ball in the opposition half. Again.
Every St Mirren player's looking for the ball. That's a really nice thing, isn't it? Nobody's hiding. They all want to take possession. Cammy
Smith, it might open up for him here. Oh, tipped round the corner by Neil Alexander. Not a lot of power behind it, but one that Alexander had to get rid of.
Yeah, maybe if there'd just been a wee bit more power. Alexander not happy that Riley was able to get that shot off there. St Mirren chance to sling in another corner here.
Cammy Smith, another player who knows where the goals are, where the goal is this season, 7 so far. Got back to the edge of the box, but no one there. That's McShane who's picked it up. McGuinness is ahead of him. Flag stays down. McGuinness will send it into the box, doesn't beat the first man. And Livy might be able to break here. Nicky Cadden, watched carefully by Lewis Morgan, of all players.
Yeah, Morgan taking a defensive midfield role there.
Ball up the line though for McGuinness is disappointing. It's going to be Saints' throw.
And just under 20 minutes gone here. I reckon maybe the last 10 minutes St Mirren have really had the bulk of the play.
Liam Smith chipping it up, looking for McGuinness, but he couldn't bring it down. Riley pressing as Alexander clears. Picked up by Liam Smith again. He's got McGuinness to his right. Decides to take it inside. It's Riley. Oh, you can see what he was trying to do. Trying to find Morgan, but Morgan's got it again. Morgan decides to take it outside. Chips it in towards Cammy Smith. Oh, that is very unlucky.
That ball just seemed to hang in the area, didn't it? Everybody was watching to see where it was going. But yes, some lovely one-touch football again by the Saints here.
Well, it's cautious at times from St Mirren, but they're always looking forward, they're always looking up, they're looking for that killer pass, and that's encouraging to see, isn't it?
Yep, as you say, cautious but with purpose, I would say. The big thing for me is they're all looking to get in the ball, and every time they get the ball you get the sense we could make something of it. Even some of the defensive play tonight, like one-touch passes, which you often think are risky in the box, but you know, it's just been a pleasure to watch.
We shouldn't have said anything.
I know, I jinxed McGinn there, didn't I, with that pass, but St Mirren get it back.
Liam Smith looks forward once again. Really couldn't quite get there. Carrick touches it on. Nowhere to go for Livy quite at the moment. The pressure is good from Saints. Eckersley should win this, and here is Morgan now. Turns quickly. Smith. Riley was the target of the pass, and Eckersley sliding in, and that almost ran out for a Saints corner.
Yep.
McShane sitting back, and he wins it here. McGinn for Cammy Smith. Unlucky not to bring it under control, with McShane fighting to win the ball back. Cammy Smith couldn't quite break for McShane there. Here's Morgan again. More persistent pressure from Saints this time. McShane, a nice give and go with Morgan. Cammy Smith tries to play it across the face, but he'll get a corner kick with 21 minutes on the clock, and Cammy Smith very much in the game tonight.
Yeah, and the Livy defence just coming under real pressure now, and you wonder how long before they buckle.
Swung in by McGuinness. Oh! What was Neil Alexander doing? It's the opening goal! Oh no, it's not. It's not been given. A foul has been given. Well,
we need to have a look at this again, won't we?
Yeah.
Ball
Such a deep corner.
Well,
Cammy Smith jumps up for it. There doesn't appear to be too much contact.
I don't think, I think that's a keeper getting more protection than they should be afforded, because they both went for the ball, and, Alexander just kind of fell backwards.
So, no goal. Looked like that was the breakthrough Saints were looking for, but it remains goalless. Nicky Cadden not able to break down the line for Livy there, who actually did find themselves up in the St Mirren half of the pitch after that incident. They took their free kick very quickly. Yeah,
that's always the danger in these situations. St Mirren players feeling so aggrieved the goal was chalked off, and Livy just try and make a quick break downfield.
Gavin Duncan didn't appear to be in any real hesitation mind. He was very quickly pointing the other way for no goal. Just in the melee and the free kick that was clearly taken quickly, Samson was forced to make a good save from Nicky Cadden, and the game could have turned very quickly on that.
Yeah, and we've seen that here before. The They just need to keep it tight in those situations.
Don't think Jack Ross will be getting a Christmas card from the far side assistant this year.
I think not. No,
Getting it in his ear from the manager. So it does remain 0-0. Saints certainly have looked the more likely to nudge ahead in the opening 25 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, I say the first 10 minutes were pretty even, but since then St Mirren have just slowly but surely put their stamp of authority on the game.
Eckersley looks for Riley, playing always on the defensive line.
Well, you can hear what the fans thought of that decision there, giving the throw to Livy when it looked like it came off their player. It was Declan Gallagher there, looked like the ball came off, but he's taking the throw just now for Livy.
Well, the Saints fans pointing out that really Declan Gallagher should be quite a distance back from where he is taking the throw.
I don't know, how much did he take? The 20 yards he stole on that one there.
Carrick for Livy. Mullen's only got one to aim at in the box. It's headed away. Morgan has time here. And smashes it straight off the aforementioned Declan Gallagher, who will feel that in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's cold out there. That ball scalp, you're going to know all about it. Maybe some sort of divine retribution for him stealing that throw and the extra yards at the throwing when he took it.
Cammy Swift slipping and loses out. Here's Gallagher. And Alexander bursts it forward. Smith is under that, but a free kick has been given to, once again, some ironic cheers from the Saints faithful.
That'd be a good name for a band, wouldn't it? Ironic cheers, wouldn't it? We're getting lots of those tonight from the Saints fan. Something seems to have agitated the fans. I can't quite make out what it is.
We do apologise for any choice language you may have heard from the West Stand.
Well, we need something to heat the air here tonight.
Here's Liam Smith breaking down the right hand side. McGuinness. Once again, unable to break through. Carrick went down under Baird's challenge. Play continues. Lewis Morgan driving forward. That might open up for Morgan, but he scuffs it wide.
No, he had a better outlet there to his left hand side. Eckersley running in. Eckersley kind of threw his hands up, but I don't think he'll be too disappointed, because you just never know with a player like Morgan, when he's on the ball, what they might end up doing with it.
Well, you could sometimes mistake Lewis Morgan for a striker, the way that he always just looks at goal when he's in that sort of 18-yard area, or sorry, the 25-yard area around goal. Yeah,
he's got that natural instinct, hasn't he? Well, there's a poor ball out from Alexander there, just this side of their side of the halfway line. St Mirren get the throw in at the far side.
And goes for the number 10 this season so far. A fantastic return for a winger, and especially when you consider we are still only in November. It's a good interception from Jack Baird. Again, he seems to be there when it matters tonight. Riley is going to get to this, and the flag has stayed down. Riley is unable to find Morgan, but Saints will get throw in.
Well, just under a bit too much pressure there, but Saints still getting thrown. Eckersley with the ball just now.
Regan Jacobs unable to control that and lets it go out for a Saints throw, just around 17-18 yards from goal. Jacobs played a key role for Livy last season in their return to the Championship. Here's Morgan. McShane. Cammy Smith. Turns towards goal. Foiled that time. And McShane, another player who seems to be everywhere at the moment tonight. Looking for Riley. And that's
Yeah, McShane,
back to Alexander.
I mean, he certainly gets about the park, doesn't he? He's really impressed me since he came here. I think he had a wee bit of trouble at first, just kind of finding his defined role in the midfield. Him and Stephen McGinn, for me, at first were playing a wee bit too much alike, but he now seems to be kind of thriving in the role he's got in midfield.
Well, a couple of crucial goals from McShane in the last one, in particular that penalty here against Morton, and then the other spot kick. And Inverness on Saturday, Livy have a free kick around the halfway line, which Keegan Jacobs will take. Livy will throw a couple of extra bodies towards the box for this one. Jacobs does indeed send it towards the box. Cadden heads it down. Oh, Sampson didn't quite get to that. And Livingston opened the scoring, and it's Dale Carrick who's come back into the squad, who opens the scoring from close range. Sampson really should be doing better there.
Yeah, it's really against the run of play, but the minute the Liverpool player had the ball in the box, I was saying close him down, close him down. They didn't. They let him play the ball back. Sammy, I think he was a wee bit wrong-footed. He was kind of going the wrong way. Managed to block the initial shot, but it came back out, and the Liverpool player was there just to put it past him into the net.
Josh Millen had the initial effort on goal, which Sampson couldn't hold on to.
Yeah, I mean, he was going to his left there, but the ball was going to his right, and he did manage to get back and save it. But yeah, you'd expect him, particularly given the game he had last week, you would expect Sam to deal with that right from the start. But
Carrick has only his third goal of the season, only his seventh in a season and a half at Livingston, and there seems to be a delay in the restart of play. I think it was for a boot change for one of the Livingston players. It might have been Keegan Jacobs, but we are back underway, and Livingston, who have a fantastic record away from home against St Mirren, have the lead here as Riley battles away.
Yeah, and I mean, it has been against the run of play, but listen, we've been here before, we know what it takes to dig out a victory. As you say, Daniel, Livy's away form, a big warning of what's happened so far. They kind of just caught us in the break. I think Jack were really disappointed at the manner in which the goal was lost.
So as things stand, Livingston will find themselves on top of the championship with a victory, but still well over, or just under, I should say, an hour to go here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. You're watching St Mirren TV, brought to you by the University of the West of Scotland. And it really has come against the run of play, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one for superstitions, but my eldest granddaughter, who's never seen St Mirren lose yet, she's not here tonight because she's got school in the morning.
I wish you hadn't told us that.
I know.
Alan Lithgow is going to send that long throw into the box, the central defender. Saints didn't really deal with the free kick that led to the goal, but they deal with that much better there.
Yeah, they just need to kind of settle down a bit. Saints are looking just a wee bit rattled and disjointed just now. We want to see more of that free-flowing football we'd seen from them earlier.
Nice controlled pass from McGinn to find Lewis Morgan. Morgan going to hold on to this here, and then is brought down once again.
Well, finally Morgan gets a free kick. It's only taken us just over half an hour to get to that stage.
Scott Pittman quite clearly bringing the winger down.
And you know, that wasn't the worst tackle I've seen put in against him tonight. It came in from behind, but it wasn't as kind of scything as some of the other tackles we've seen. But Morgan gets a chance to fire the free kick in here.
It was rather soft in comparison, wasn't it? But the last foul is given, and Morgan does swing it into a dangerous area, but once again not going past the first man.
No, it just needed a bit more height on it, didn't it?
Morgan takes the resulting throw. A little bit of miscommunication there between Ian McShane and Lewis Morgan.
Yeah, but that's just the sort of, sloppiness they can't really afford, which we hadn't seen up until now. Obviously, the having the goal chalked off and then the loss of the goal against them, it just seems to have kind of disrupted the flow of the team here.
Declan Gallagher taking his time over that throw in. Davis Has to go back to his goalkeeper. Samson skewed that a little bit.
Yeah, he just kind of maybe got under it a wee bit too much and it kind of ballooned up a bit.
Saints really unable at the moment to get the ball on the deck and move it.
Yep, and that's what they need to do. It's just it's just getting punted from one end of the field to the other just now.
Yeah, because they did well under pressure. Here's Baird back to Eckersley. Eckersley into McShane, but Saints unable to get out of their own half quite at this moment. And then Samson having to show some skill there.
Kind of heart-stopping moment. Samson just playing a little kind of dummy there with the ball. The St Mirren players are still looking for the ball. McShane a wee bit is delivered out to Liam Smith there, who was looking for an early release of it.
First flat pass of the evening really from Ian McShane. Here Jack Ross is explaining the offside rule to the assistant referee.
Well, it's good somebody can, isn't it? That's
Mullen just tripping McGinn there, and then the ball is
that's going to be
kicked
a
away.
yellow card for the Livy player for Steve McGinn squaring up to him, and McGinn getting called over as well.
Not quite sure who the Livy player is that's getting in trouble and is getting his yellow card. It's Sean Byrne who goes into Gavin Duncan's book.
Stephen McGinn just getting, I don't think he's getting a card here, but he's definitely getting the warning. Next time it will be a card. Yeah, that's that difficult role for the captain, isn't it? You want to kind of exert your influence and stand up for your players, but there's a fine line between that and get your name in the book.
Well, the sort of unwritten rule appears to be that the captain is always allowed to speak to the referee and stand up and defend his players, but sometimes you have to tread that line. We talked about how Saints in general before the goal had defended well. Livingston have certainly made life difficult for Saints at times tonight. Again, just venturing a little bit further forward in the last couple of minutes. Morgan, his cross is blocked, but it is a St Mirren corner once again. Neil Alexander applauding the defensive efforts there of Declan Gallagher.
This is where you're hoping for a relatively quick strike back here. Good time to get a goal. Livy just leaving the one man up. Dale Carrick. Adam Eckersley just marshalling him.
Good delivery required from Saints number 7. That wasn't quite it. McShane once again trying to win the second ball. Jacobs won't reach that. Again, looking for a handball, which is given by the referee. And now Declan Gallagher, he certainly isn't making friends with the St Mirren fans and appears to be drawing attention to himself at times. 37 minutes on the clock, St Mirren 0, Livingston 1. Dale Carrick with the opening goal for the visitors. Morgan will send this free kick in once again.
First man isn't beaten. Yep.
Delivery simply has to be better. Eckersley's ball forward. McShane's header. Cammy Smith, nice touch. Harry Davis. And now Morgan. Turning away from the box. McShane has support of Liam Smith. Will open it up for the defender. Now, that struck Keegan Jacobs from Liam Smith's effort there, but play goes on. McGuinness unable to get to the byline. Losing out that time.
Crowded out there, wasn't he? I just wonder, with Morgan taking that free kick in the corners and McGuinness taking the corners, I would leave that to McShane again. That seems to be a strength of his.
Well, McShane appeared to be the favoured set piece taker up until really a couple of weeks ago, it seemed. Certainly was taking the set pieces against Morton here a month ago. Riley's going to get onto this. And Riley's still going. Play continues. Riley, and he was trying to play it inside of Alexander, but couldn't find the back of the net there. He did so well to get away from Halkett. The advantage was played as Halkett caught Riley, but Riley determined and dogged, but couldn't beat Alexander.
One point you thought maybe Riley was going to get brought down in the box there. Once again, Alexander hasn't really been tested. He's had to make a few saves, but nothing that's really stretched him.
Pittman moves it out wide.
Saints just really need to press the reset button here and just kind of get back to that free-flowing passing they were doing earlier on.
Gallagher, that was a searching ball forward that Carrick was almost able to bring under control. And now Liam Smith, the man on loan from Hearts, can break. Searching for McGuinness once again. Riley is closest to it here. And it's a Saints throw on the far side. Coming up to the final 5 minutes of the first half. Saints putting on the pressure after going behind to that Dale Carrick goal. It's a poor throw from Liam Smith to give it away to Jackson Longridge.
Someone's got a Christmas present. The ball going right out the ground there. Ewan thrown in from one of the dugouts.
Riley's touch back to Smith from the throw. Again. And now maybe a chance for McGuinness to drive towards the box. Forced away at the moment. Again. McGinn's going to go for it here. Curling straight into the hands though of Neil Alexander.
Just not enough power in it, and that's been the case with all the shots on target tonight. They've just not had that power. They've been easy take for Alexander every time, and a keeper of his experience and quality, you need to do better than that to beat him.
Well, we're all well aware of the quality that Stephen McGinn can produce from distance. Didn't quite have it that time, that shot.
Yeah, when you think of some of the shots we've seen McGinn put in, that was just a wee bit disappointing.
Morgan having to come into his own half to win the ball.
3 men on him once again.
Well, seems every team he comes up against now, so much attention paid to him by defences.
Yeah, because they know the danger he poses. They've seen him play St Mirren, they've seen him play for Scotland under 21s and, create havoc and get goals.
Morgan finds Eckersley, who continued his run down the left-hand side, but that is a disappointing cross. This sails over everyone and hit the post, and why did no one bust the gut to tap that in? That was all it required, because
I think everyone thought it was going over, because even Alexander seemed to just hesitate as that ball came across. We've got the corner out it though. Here we go. It looks like, I don't know.
Alexander appeared to just completely misjudge the
and it was like
curve and direction of the ball.
Kyle McGuinness, I think, thought it was either going by or going in, and you saw him throw his head into his hands and he realised he had an open goal in front of him there.
Well, that was strange. A short corner. McGinn slips, that's unfortunate. Lee Swift sliding in to win it back, but Livy still have it. Here's Dale Carrick, the goal scorer, showing good pace. But Lee Swift initially recovered well. The referee taking a tumble this time in very slippery conditions out there.
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? I don't know. They obviously didn't water the pitch before the game, but whether it's just because of the weather.
I'm starting to think that they did, Chris.
Well, possibly. It looks like it, doesn't it?
Well, Livingston get a throw out of that strange few seconds.
Yeah, that was just one of those kind of strange ones from Eckersley, wasn't it? One of those kind of crosses that almost went in.
Another long throw into the box for Livy. Handled well by Saints that time. It's poor though, and Saints unable to take advantage of the counter-attacking opportunity with a couple of minutes remaining of the first half, and at half-time a chance to hear from Jamie Langfield on Buddy Vision, a service which launches next Friday, featuring loads of extra content, full match replays, and you can find out more about it on stmirren.com. Morgan is unlucky and wins a corner out of that.
Come on, Saints, this is when you need to just put them under pressure. This is be a great time to get a goal here. I don't know if they'll bother with that short corner again. I think just now you just need to sling it into the box and try and put the keeper and the defence under pressure. It's a bit route one, but sometimes it works.
This Livingston defence hasn't really been tested too much in this first half. Swung by Morgan, much better that time. It was into the kind of area where it needs to go, but it was headed away. Morgan will get another chance at this, takes it down well. Morgan might go for it himself, trying to curl it into the left-hand side, but it was way over.
Nah, just, once again, it was a good delivery, but there's no real kind of target man to say, like, John Sutton and Jordan Stewart on the bench who have the height, maybe to kind of take advantage of that sort of delivery.
So we're edging towards half-time. Livingston have that lead, which they got just on the half-hour mark from Dale Carrick's goal.
St Mirren looking for a quick break here before the whistle goes to half-time.
Eckersley. Riley wins the free kick that time. Off of Craig Halkett to...
Riley just barged off the ball there, wasn't he, by the Livy player.
Halkett might just have to watch himself now, the Livingston captain. Maybe a final warning there from the referee. We've played 45 minutes. This surely will be the last chance for Saints to go at goal. In fact, they won't even get the chance to get the ball into the box. It is half-time here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. Well, Saints really dominated possession in that first half. It couldn't find the breakthrough, and it was Dale Carrick who has put Livingston ahead in the first half with his goal. We haven't heard of any changes from the St Mirren dressing room, or indeed the Livingston dressing room at half-time, but we'll certainly keep you abreast of any changes if we hear of them.
I think, is this the sort of game Stelios could come on and make a change in, but who'd you take off to accommodate him, Eckersley's been playing well, Liam Smith's been playing well, so I don't know what you would do there.
It is Gavin Riley. He's having an absolutely wonderful season in front of goal. He's netted 16 and just 21 all season. He's played every single competitive game he possibly could. The last Saints player to score 16 goals in one season was Stephen Thompson back in season 2013-2014.
Wow.
13 of those 16 goals were in the league, and Riley already has 6 in the championship this season, so he's certainly heading towards breaking that tally that Thompson notched up a few seasons ago. And I mentioned it when we spoke on St Mirren Radio after the Renfrewshire derby. We are looking at the sort of prolific striker that you really need to get out of this division that we haven't really had here in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's the one kind of thing we're really lacking, that striker that's going to get you, a good set amount of goals every season.
Maybe a criticism that you could have of Riley's career up until joining St Mirren in the summer is that he hasn't been as prolific as maybe he has the capability to be, but we're seeing that now as Livingston start their first attack of the half. Cammy Smith taking it down. Maybe we need to see a little bit more from Saints number 11. There's certainly no lack of effort from Smith. It's a lovely crossfield ball to Adam Eckersley. He takes it down.
Great early ball by McGinn there.
Morgan. Eckersley's first time ball. Spins up in the air. Can it fall to someone? It was McShane who got a touch. It flies over everyone. And I'm not sure what the referee, if it's offside, the referee is giving. The flag has gone up on the near side, but Saints coming straight out of the traps at the start of the second half. And that's, I imagine, what Jack Ross has been asking for.
And that all came from that. We got the free kick and McGinn, a great early ball out to Eckersley on the far wing there. And that's just what we need, to come out and get a goal early and push on from there.
Wouldn't be surprised if Livingston sat in rather a little bit more in this second half.
Yeah, as you say, they obviously know how to get results away from home, and if this is how they do it, you can see how it works for them. They're difficult to break down, and they look to counter and hit you on the break. Like wasting a bit of time as well.
Already started to take their time over this throw in, which Declan Gallagher appears to be.
We're only 2 minutes into the second half and they're wasting time already.
Preparing to send it long into the box. Headed down by Lithgow. Carrick was going to be there if the ball had got to him. McGinn has to clear. Riley surely brought down there on the halfway line, and a free kick is given.
That was Jackson Longridge brought him down, and he was on for a break there.
Well, Riley must just pop out of nowhere for defenders sometimes. He certainly appeared to there. McGuinness making the offer. It spins back out to McGinn. Again, can't quite keep it. Just let it get away from him that time. Baird's header. Livy searching for a second, and it was a very, very good run forward there by Josh Mully, completely unchallenged.
Got a free run. People just stood off him. I don't know why they were doing that.
And he got the shot off at goal, but it was an easy save in the end for Craig Sampson. Here's McGinn on the ball now for Livy, for St Mirren, sorry. Morgan with a chance to break forwards here. Couldn't quite find Cammy Smith there. Now it's McShane. Saints on the ball again, and Jack Ross will certainly have demanded the same sort of pressure we saw for good chunks of the first half from his boys. Liam Smith plays it up the line looking for Riley. That's a really good run into space. Riley, lovely control. McGuinness lets it spin off his right boot, still plays the cross in. Not going to quite get to him again. McShane out wide to Eckersley. Eckersley's got two in the box. McGuinness is making the run in. He was the closest to where the cross landed.
Yeah, McGuinness' own cross and just didn't quite have it, did it? And Livy are breaking now.
Great pace being shown here by Nicky Cadden. He's got space. Sends it in first time, and Carrick was driving towards goal. The ball just evaded him.
Yeah,
Livingston had a fantastic opportunity to double their lead.
Just a bit too much pace in the ball for Carrick there, wasn't he? Because he just came charging in, the ball was just ahead of him.
Carrick with real striker's instinct, but he couldn't make it to the cross. Maybe one that Sampson possibly could have come out for. Meanwhile, Morgan now once again on the ball. Free on him, as you can see there, but he's done well to find the run of McGinn. Ball just stuck in the park there from McGinn. Cammy Smith. And now to his namesake, Liam Smith. Smith's cross is blocked, and it's the first Saints corner of the second half as we reach 5 minutes played already in this second period.
Livy are really defending in numbers, aren't they? They're just trying to just close down any gaps or opportunities in the box, but you can see Saints have a corner here, the chance to try and get something from a set piece.
It is Morgan who goes over to prepare this set piece delivery. Well, it might be the short option here. Liam Smith has come forward. It is short again. Morgan gets it back. Morgan drives into the box, gets it on his left side, and he's found the back of the net! Too much power for Neil Alexander. St Mirren make the perfect start to the second half. They are back on level terms, and it's Lewis Morgan's 10th goal of the season.
Excellent stuff, and no more than we deserve. And we see the short corner coming in here. It goes back to Morgan. He takes a run into the box, just gets it onto his left hand foot, unleashes a shot, and it just, Alexander gets a hand to it, but he just can't keep it out. And it's no more than we deserve. But we know St Mirren have a slight propensity to lose a goal quickly after scoring just now, so just need to keep it tight. But that's a great start to the second half, and another one for Lewis Morgan's scrapbook. That was just a cracker.
Well, we were maybe a little bit critical of Lewis Morgan in the first half for not being clinical enough. That is the criticism that we've seen from him all season. Yep. That's why he already has 10 goals. That's
what we expect from him. And I'm quite sure Lewis, in terms of his own first half performance, wouldn't have been delighted, but well, he certainly made up for it there. But I say we just need to keep it tight, because we've a slight habit at times of just giving away a goal quite quickly after scoring.
Well, that absolutely did happen here against Morton. Ian McShane gave Saints the lead, and almost immediately Morton equalised.
The Inverness game here, although we won it, we lost goal quite quickly after scoring.
Carrick struggles off to the man. This is Mullen. He loses out to the captain. Pops it in towards Cammy Smith. Morgan's ahead of him. But Morgan can't quite get ahead of Gallagher that time. He was forced to clear it for a throw-in.
Well, that's fine. We just put Livy under pressure. They've no option but to play the ball out for a Saints throw-in. The fans getting into it now. You can hear how it's just re-energised them. The Livy fans looking rather forlorn in the away stand there.
Smith. Great play out to Morgan. Morgan plays it in first time, but it will come straight through to Alexander. And so much had been spoken of after the game at the weekend about the support that the fans who travelled up to Inverness gave to the players and how it pushed them on, and how in both occasions, both Ian McShane and Gavin Riley, the first thing they did when they scored their goals was run straight to those fans.
Yeah.
And
it's nice to see that the players appreciating the role that the fans play in energising a team and driving them on.
There's Mullen for Livingston, who has a go at goal, but it's one for Sampson to take in with no real problems.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the keeper takes it cleanly, there's no problem with that.
And here is the century boy, Lewis Baird. That almost found Gavin Riley there, the long ball forward. Stephen McGinn seeing a lot more of the ball in this second half. Riley out wide to Morgan. Morgan driving it, Declan Gallagher, and getting outside of him that time. Cuts it back. Here comes Ian McShane. Deflected. McGuinness, he's going to have a goal this time, but it flies straight into the hands of Neil Alexander.
That's more like it. You hear the fans, just that buzz going through the stadium.
It was Liam Smith who put his foot through it, but just couldn't find the back of the net there. Livingston have a free kick around 35 yards from goal.
For Saints, it's about just maintaining the pressure just now, but being controlled in the manner in which they do it.
Livingston will just want to calm things down at the moment. You would feel David Hopkin anyway will certainly feel that he has to just calm things down. The atmosphere is lifted, and he'll just want Livingston to just try and get control of that again, as they had for so much of the game. Free kick is floated in. Came off Carrick, but Sampson picks it up once again. Gavin Riley is where he's looking here. Always battling, even despite being probably a little bit smaller than the defenders he comes up against. He's always battling to try and win the ball in the air. And
a class by McGinn there, isn't it? Just class.
McGinn was not losing that ball there. McShane running into a couple of players, but finds Riley. Riley takes it outside, might have been brought down, but play continues.
I mean, Morton are certainly flooding that defence with players on it. It's hard to get the break through.
It's good clearance there, and Saints can get going again from the back. And listen to the encouragement coming from the fans in front of us here in the West Stand. Here's Jack Baird on the ball. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Lewis Morgan's equaliser coming just 4 minutes ago. Getting it St Mirren 1, Livingston 1. Went back to Sampson, who clears. And that came off Morgan inadvertently. And here's McGuinness. McGuinness takes it outside, cuts it back and wins the corner. And it was from this position where Saints grabbed the equaliser from the short corner that Morgan took.
And I'm sure that's in Livingston's mind just now. I'd say good to see McGuinness back, and he's also just easing back into this type of player we know he can be. St Mirren just Eckersley back, really. He's still in the Livy half though.
Not going to be a short one this time by the looks of it, and it comes from Morgan. Good area to get the ball into.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was going to be a short one because the St Mirren players were lining up in the box for that one. Morgan getting ready to deliver this again.
Bit more curve in this one. Comes out to McGinn. Smith leaves it off to McShane, who didn't catch the shot properly.
Yeah, the ball was just a wee bit behind him when he came to take the shot there. But just thinking at the corners, this is where Gary McKenzie's really missed just now. Just that aerial threat and power.
It's a real instinctive play there from Cammy Smith as the ball came to him, and he did so well to just nudge it back out to McShane, who maybe if he'd had just that extra millisecond to think about the shot, might have been able to bring it under more control. We're hearing an attendance of 3,177 tonight, and 180 of them are the visiting support from the other side of the M8. Morgan skipping away, but just got away from him that time. Riley. Halkett's clearance. Livingston have been under the cosh essentially for the entire 13 minutes of this second half. Eckersley wins it off of Mullen, and then does well to play it into the space, which Jack Baird can now move it out wide to Liam Smith. Baird again. Baird looks for Morgan that time.
Saints get the throw there, but slack by Livy there.
Looks like Livingston are preparing to make their first change. Rafael De Vita is getting stripped. Baird looking for McGuinness on this occasion, but he's not going to get there.
Yeah, just a bit too much on it.
And also Nikolai Todorov is going to come on here for Livingston, so a double swap here for Livingston. So Dale Carrick, the goal scorer for Livy, comes off, and on comes Nikolai Todorov.
Yep, Livy obviously feeling they need to do something just to turn this game around for them just now, because they're just looking a wee bit out of sorts and disjointed.
And Josh Mullen will come off to be replaced by Rafa De Vita. So David Hopkin using his bench to try and turn the game back in their favour.
Just about an hour gone here.
30-year-old De Vita, bit of a legend at Ammanvale. Played under Paolo Di Canio at Swindon. The elbow goes up there from
the ref definitely
Nikolai Todorov, who's just on the park. Now, what is Gavin Duncan thinking about here? He is urging the St Mirren players to get away from the situation. What colour of card is this going to be? I think it's going to be yellow.
Yep, you'd imagine it'll be yellow. Todorov, a kind of a wry smile there as the yellow cards flashed at him. But you need to be so careful with the elbows nowadays. And you think he's just on, he's already booked, so he's under pressure already, and I'm quite sure the St Mirren players will be aware of that. And I'm not saying that it's gamesmanship, but they will be trying to just kind of draw that out of him.
Well, the Bulgarian striker picks up his fourth yellow card of the season, and as I say, that can't have been any more really than 30-40 seconds it had been on the pitch. Eckersley is going to get to this, and you play the cross in first time, looking for Riley, but Alexander will get there. Riley just couldn't make a clean connection with the header. But that once again is that striker's instinct as Riley gets to that cross there, but unable to find goal that time. It's St Mirren TV, called Tuesday night here in Paisley. It's St Mirren 1, Livingston 1, just under half an hour remaining of the game. And here's Morgan.
St Mirren subs out warming up, maybe a bit early for one yet. We're still relatively in control of the game.
So lovely pace from Pittman, cuts it back. Saw Nicky Cadden waiting, but he miscued the cut back across goal, and that
was a let off.
Yeah, we're going to say a let off for St Mirren there, who just fell asleep.
He was just coming in, just ready to bury that past Samson. Unfortunately for us, unfortunately for Livingston, the lay off to him was just behind him.
looking to take the throw quickly here.
Hands it off to Eckersley to take the throw in. He's looking upfield for an out for the throw.
Down the line it goes. Shane stands off it. Eckersley. Shane back to Jack Baird. Smith, didn't really think about that there. Baird emerges with it.
A let off for Smith there, but gives Baird a chance to come down the wing and put a cross into the middle. No one there though.
It's like nosebleed territory for Jack Baird, do you feel? It was a miscue that time by Stephen McGinn.
Yeah, he was so far up the field he needed oxygen there, Baird, didn't he?
Smith's header, but Riley was coming back from an offside position, so couldn't get to it. Game just falling into a little bit of a lull, especially after those two Livingston changes. And you wonder if Jack Ross is thinking about changes himself as Pittman tries to break through, and Eckersley lets it run into Sampson's hands as Todorov was.
Eckersley did well there just
forward
to shepherd it back to Sampson, didn't he? Try not to make contact with it himself, allowing Sampson to make the save.
Eckersley again. Yeah,
as you say, the substitutions seem to have kind of disrupted it for both sets of teams just now, don't they?
Nicky Cadden winning it in the air ahead of Liam Smith. Baird's clearance up the line. Riley will challenge for it. Goes under Jacobs' head. Jacobs has it now. Gives it away to McGinn though. McShane does well to squeeze it through to Morgan. Using his pace and surely blocked off by Declan Gallagher.
Come on!
Gavin Duncan.
He stood right in front of him and blocked his run.
Offside flag goes up against Nikolai Todorov, but you can hear the disgust from the St Mirren fans about that decision, and Lewis Morgan maybe just not had quite the luck on his side tonight when it comes to refereeing decisions, you can say. Wiley once again going in to try and win it and actually gets a throw in out of it. Gavin Duncan is not the referee of choice here tonight at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. After trying to chip it into the box, he gets another throw here. 25 minutes remaining. It's
not been the greatest refereeing performance tonight, has it? There's been some rather questionable calls and times when he hasn't taken action when he should have.
Played forward towards Todorov, who certainly is an imposing presence going forward for Livingston. And very much, you can tell, being used as an out ball as the clock ticks down on this one. Here's Jack Baird once again. Looking forward and might find Riley, that's unlucky. Morgan picks up the loose ball. Morgan trying to go into the box. Eckersley breaks through. And it's cleared off the line. And it goes in. And Adam Eckersley is having that one. 25 minutes from time. St Mirren 2. Livingston 1.
Yeah, that was just a bit of wonderful play there. A bit of wonderful play. And Eckersley, he just ran in and took that ball and put it in. Here we see Morgan step over. Eckersley comes through. Takes a shot, it just kind of comes off a defender, and Eckersley, I think he maybe just even got a final touch, but definitely he's claiming that goal. St Mirren have the lead, and we're top of the league just now.
Well, I'm not sure Adam Eckersley is going to get that one.
Did that come back off?
Alexander, I think Neil Alexander is going to have that one claimed against him.
It looked like when it went through his legs, came off the post, and came off the back of Alexander's head into the net. Well, we'll take it no matter who scores. 66 minutes gone, St Mirren 2-1 up here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium.
Well, last season St Mirren had a habit of turning things around in the Iron Brew Cup. They've had to do it a couple of times this season in the Championship, and some afters between David Hopkin and Jack Ross on the touchline. You're hearing James Fowler might be in serious danger of being sent to the stands.
Yeah, I would say Hopkins about twice the weight of Jack Ross. Don't forget into a boxing match with him.
we're actually hearing in the goal celebration Jack Ross put his finger up to his lips to do the sort of shush sign towards the Livy assistant.
Oh, right, okay,
they have taken issue with that, and the Livy manager Hopkins had a go at Jack Ross. Livy are going to make a change. They're going to make their final change. They're going to bring Dylan Mackin on.
No, it's
one of the players who was dropped from the starting 11 for tonight's game.
Final throw of the dice for Livy here, isn't it? McGinn held back there as he tries to break. So St Mirren, you know, just probably got about 20 minutes left. They just need to kind of more of the same. A bit early to shut up shop yet, but you know, they just need to keep playing as they have in the last 10 or 15 minutes. You know, and who knows, another goal could be in it.
Livy ready to make their change, but Samson will be allowed to take the kick here. Smith heads it down to Riley, who finds himself out wide. McGinn, nice one-touch play from St Mirren there. Smith nudges it off to McGuinness. McGuinness nutmegging Jackson Longridge, and the assistant referee is having a look at that. It says the ball is still in play. McGuinness is still going. Incredible play from McGuinness, but that was unfortunate. Kyle McGuinness, incredible persistence to hold on to that and even keep it in play.
Yeah, I thought it had gone out at first.
Jack Baird dealing with Nikolai Todorov there. Here's McGinn. This game really bursting into life here.
Oh,
so an off-ball incident there with Cammy Smith going down. Here's Liam Smith.
And Livy looking really rattled just now, aren't they?
Lee Smith's cross, only one in the box to aim at. It was a poor effort though, and
that was just a waste there.
The game will finally be allowed to calm down, and Livy will be able to make their change.
What happened with Cammy Smith there? He just seemed to get into a tussle with one of the Livy defenders and he went down.
No shortage of excitement in the 69 minutes of football we've had here tonight at the Paisley 2021 Stadium.
Nicky Cadden going off and Dylan Macklin coming on.
Yeah,
Mackin, sorry.
Comes on for Livy. As you say, their final throw of the dice. Mackin was dropped to the bench from the win over Queen of the South on Saturday. Just 20 years of age after leaving Motherwell in May, signing in the summer for the Almondvale club. And 20 minutes for Mackin to make an impact and get Livingston back into this game. Jacobs clearance.
Yeah, and you know, I think for St Mirren, the game isn't safe yet. You know, Livy, we know they still have that capability.
Livingston have a free kick. One of their players is down from an incident which we didn't quite catch, and I think it's Cammy Smith who is getting a word in his ear from the referee. Still words being exchanged between Hopkin and Jack Ross on the touchline.
Maybe they're just exchanging, you know, addresses for Christmas cards, Daniel. It's a possibility.
Kevin Jacobs has stayed down.
Oh, a bit of gamesmanship by the Livy players forward here. That injured man got up really quickly and then moved the ball forward to take the free kick.
So the ball goes in. Players moving all over the place, but the referee has seen an infringement in the stramash that ensued from the free kick.
Yeah, that's what we like. A good old stramash, isn't it?
The Livingston bench are absolutely furious about, well, I'm sure they're furious about losing the goal in the manner which they did, but they'll be absolutely furious about the afters that happened as well. We're hearing that both managers have been told by the referee to watch their step, or they'll be watching the rest of the game from the director's box.
Well, it might be warmer up, but that could be a ploy on their part, couldn't it?
Mackin brings it down and tried to find DeVita but couldn't. Morgan. Riley, nice turn. Sends the early cross in. It's going to go over the head of McGuinness and spin out for a goal kick, but Riley showing great pace and agility on the ball there. $19 minutes remaining here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. It is St Mirren 2, Livingston 1. We haven't had that proper confirmation of who that goal has been awarded to. I want to give it to Adam Eckersley, but I just don't know if I can.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like it came off the back of Alexander's head. He didn't whine about it, obviously, but I'm sure Alexander would rather it was given to Eckersley as well.
Saints have got a free kick now, about 40 yards or so from the goal. Harry Davis is getting himself forward. Wouldn't he love to mark his return to competitive football here at the Paisley 2021 with a goal tonight that would surely cap off a fantastic victory? McShane stands over the free kick. Eckersley the only man back for St Mirren. It's played centrally towards Riley, who can't find the goal, but a really nicely worked free kick.
That was a clever free kick, wasn't it? Just took everybody, well, all the Livy players by surprise, just split the defence through the middle. Riley just got under the ball and just lifted it over the net.
Always great anticipation there when we see Riley on the ball.
Yeah, you imagine that's one straight off the training ground, don't you? But yeah, it was very effective and nearly had the desired result.
Jack Baird coming out decisively to win that header. Todorov for Livingston, one of the second half changes. Harry Davis is going to have to concede the throw here, with Todorov bearing down on him.
No sign of any movement in the St Mirren bench. The three subs that are warming up are back in, just seated again.
Jack Ross will certainly have full confidence that the side can hold on to this here, as Alan Lithgow is going to go over to take the throw, and it's going to be a long one once again by the looks of it. And Livingston starting to throw caution to the wind here.
Yeah.
They try and grab an equaliser. They won't want to leave here with nothing, that's for sure. And they have a corner kick.
Yeah, I mean, that throw-in was virtually a corner, wasn't it, the way it came in? You know, once again, St Mirren, just stay tight, make sure you mark your man, and get ready to make the break.
Rafa De Vita hasn't really done much since coming on. What can he do here for Livingston? 16 minutes remaining of normal time. It's a dangerous one that Saints haven't quite dealt with yet. Could fall to someone. Once again, a Stramash, but the clearance is from Kyle McGuinness.
Yeah, that was just a real lottery there, wasn't it? The ball back in.
De Vita's ball, and the header is straight into the hands of Craig Sampson, and that will go down as a chance for Livingston.
Yeah, it was one of those things. There were so many people crowded round the ball there. It could have gone anywhere, literally.
I think it was Todorov who got his head to it, but he couldn't get too much behind the header in the end. Woodbridge came out to win it. Here's Davis. Sampson again. Could be a nervy final quarter of an hour here at the Paisley 2021. McShane finds Liam Smith. Nicely done.
I think we need to go for another goal. It's too dangerous to try and hold on.
Really just trying to nab that away. Brilliant play from Liam Smith to win it back. Smith heads towards the box. Nudges it off towards Cammy Smith. Can he get there again? No. And now
Saints get the throw.
Sean Byrne staying down there for Livingston, just in front of us on the touchline, but it is a St Mirren throw, and it looks like Saints are now going to make a change, and Kyle McGuinness is about to come off for Gregory Buchanan, so a midfielder for a defender. And Chris, you're saying that you feel that Saints need to go for another goal. I don't think Jack Ross quite sees it the same way.
I don't think he does by the looks of it. What do I know, but I just think, sometimes that thing of trying to shut up shop and hold it out for 15 minutes can be kind of a big ask of a team. It's a kind of quite a dangerous ploy.
Free kick right in the corner there, won by Cammy Smith.
If we get another goal here, yeah, by all means.
The Saints have 14 minutes to hold on to this lead and secure top spot going into the Martin game here at the weekend, which you will see live here on St Mirren TV, and we'll have full post-match build-up and reaction on St Mirren Radio on the St Mirren show as well.
This free kick is effectively a corner, isn't it?
Buchanan has sat back down and put his jacket back on as the free kick came in, and it's a penalty. Gavin Duncan has pointed to the spot. Baird went down, and Gavin Duncan has awarded Saints a penalty.
Neil Alexander going over to remonstrate there.
Let's see what happened here. Might have been Alan Lithgow coming in on Baird.
Just pushed him, didn't he? Just took him clean out of it. Oh yeah.
Well, Gavin Duncan pointed to the spot immediately from the challenge. Livingston remonstrating with the referee. And
you imagine it'll be Ian McShane will step up to take this, hoping to get another one.
He scored from the spot against Morton. A month tonight He scored against Inverness from the spot on Saturday. Can he make it 3 penalties out of 3 here to surely put the game to bed for Saints? It's Ian McShane, 13 minutes from time, up against Neil Alexander. And it's 3-1 St Mirren! Ian McShane really starting to become such a pivotal part of this St Mirren team. Makes it 3-1.
Well, I'm not wanting to tempt fate, but you get the sense that's maybe the 3 points wrapped up now, and Jack's making a substitution. Yeah, I can see why we would do that now. That was really coolly taken by McShane there. Neil moving about in the line, trying to put him off, obviously, and just went the wrong way. Alexander dives to his right. McShane puts it in the bottom left-hand corner. And it's certainly warmed the crowd up here tonight. What a turnaround from the first half.
Might actually be Cammy Smith that is now going to be brought off for Saints, but Gregor Buchanan is going to come on. Ian McShane scores his 5th goal for St Mirren, and surely St Mirren now will be top of the championship tonight, and by 2 clear points over Dundee United.
Yep, and even in terms of goal difference, getting that another goal always helps. We never know how important those things can be at the end of the season. Cammy Smith getting a standing ovation from the fans as he goes off, and Buchanan comes on just to shore up the defence, and just, you know, we've got just over 10 minutes to go here. Livy really up again. They have to go all out for it, and in doing that, they're leaving themselves open.
Well, David Hopkins doesn't have the opportunity to make another change. He's already used all 3 of his substitutions in this second half. Here is Dylan Mackin, and I think going to be a throw-in for Livingston here. So 10 minutes from time. Saints looking good for top spot tonight.
Yep, that was Buchanan's first touch of the ball there, and just bloated it out the park.
And comes a long throw again, and a header at goal.
Oh, it was really soft. That
has been a
was
incident
no problem at all. It seemed to have a head injury
Gallagher
in the box.
And,
Samson just
it
played
might
the
have
ball
been Jack
out.
Baird.
That was Jackson Longridge who's down the box there. He's back up now though. I'm assuming the Livy player will just play the ball back to Samson, who's in one goal.
Well, you can hear how much that Saints fans love Jack Baird. He has been a rock tonight, it's fair to say. Livingston being asked to play the ball back to Craig Samson here, and we'll get on with it.
Which of course legally they don't have to do, you know. I always remember years and years ago, it was at Van Hooydonk for Celtic, was kind of the first player who was seen to do that here, not give the ball back to the opposition. Obviously comes from maybe perhaps a more European sense of football there.
That's Pierre Van Hooydonk for you. Morgan takes it down and brilliantly moves it out wide to Eckersley. Saints maybe pushing for more to really put this game to bed. Morgan's got it back, takes his time, tries to get his way into the box, which he did, and then Riley was making the run at the back post, but he couldn't find him. Miscue that time from Harry Davis, don't see that very often. Todorov goes for goal, nowhere near it.
No, he was running it, driving it goal there, but just lifted it over the bar, and Samson didn't even have to move to try and cover that when it was going so far over.
So 9 minutes remaining here on St Mirren TV. It is St Mirren 3, Livingston 1. And as we spoke about sort of in the first few games we were watching here this season, that Ian McShane maybe hadn't quite found his place in the side, but for a start, he's the penalty taker now. There's no doubt about that. But he's really found his place in this side.
Yeah, he has.
You know, he's one of those first names on the team sheet now, isn't he?
Yep. And you know what surprised me was, you know, I don't maybe think people appreciate he's still relatively young, McShane as well, but he seems to have an old, you know, what you say that saying, an old footballing head on his shoulders.
He turns 25 next month. Had 100 appearances for Queen of the South earlier on in his career, joined from Ross County of course in the summer. And speaking of Queen of the South, they have equalised away to Dumbarton through Stephen Dobbie. South did have a chance tonight, or still do have a chance if they win, to nudge their way into the playoff places as McGuinness wins the ball in midfield. And once again, wonderful play from Stephen McGinn, who's really went about his business tonight in great style.
Yep, there's just a kind of quiet assuredness about McGinn, isn't there, when he's on the ball?
Absolutely no half measures from Kyle McGuinness there as he went into that challenge.
No.
And you can see just how important a player he is, Kyle McGuinness. Maybe a shout of handball that was played forward there by Pittman. It's Sam's ball anyhow. The Saints will start to think about just rounding this one off.
Yeah, I'm wondering, does Jack think of a couple of substitutions just to run some more time off the clock?
Well, he might start to have a think about Saturday. And that was just
surely a booking.
Absolutely rash
that was
in the extreme.
Uncalled for,
from Rafael De Vita, who joined Nikolai Todorov and Sean Byrne in the book for Livingston.
Straight through the back of the player. I'm surprised it's only a yellow card. Sammy's up having a word with him, arms round his neck.
Well, you can understand the frustration of a player, but there really is no need for that.
No, there's not. I mean, you don't gain anything from it. You know you're going to get a booking at the very most. I mean, some might even have shown him a red card for that because he came through the back of the player. It was just uncalled for.
And that's the first time Rafael De Vita has gone into the book this season for Livingston. His 112th appearance for the club, and what a nice way to mark that with a yellow card and a cruncher of a challenge on Liam Smith.
Smith got just starting to jog that one off. It's a cold night to get that sort of tackle as well, isn't it? You'll feel those.
So we'll be able to see the physio in the morning, I'm sure.
Once again, apologies for any lines that might be just filtering through from some of the fans in front of us.
The Saints haven't had too much to swear about in the second half, I think that's fair to say. And we can't quite blame them, although we don't condone that language here on St Mirren TV. Liam Smith takes the throw in, gets it back from Lewis Morgan, who's just moved over to the right hand side for the moment, even though Kyle McGuinness is still on the park. Harry Davis, who has also went about his business brilliantly tonight, and just like Kyle McGuinness, you can see just how important he is to this St Mirren side.
Yeah.
And how naturally he's come back into the side, considering he hasn't played since March.
Yeah, he has. He just brings a wee bit of kind of calmness and matureness. Looks like St Mirren are getting set for a second substitution here.
Stelios time it is. He is getting ready to come on.
Stelios time, yay! I wonder who they'll take off. Maybe Liam Smith after that tackle he took there.
Well, that would make a lot of sense. Smith playing it right back. Stelios can slip in there, no problem. Just waiting to see who it is that will depart with about 4 minutes or so remaining. And time very much getting away from Livingston here as they chase a goal to just give them a glimmer of hope in the final stages here. Here's Morgan, whose second half performance has almost been completely
beat the referee there as well.
in contrast to the first half. Eckersley comes forward once again. He'll certainly be claiming that goal. And puts it in the head with about 14 or so minutes to go of the game. Davis. Baird. Up to Liam Smith in space, who seems to be fine after that challenge from De Vita. McGuinness trying to turn away, but had two men on him almost immediately. He is De Vita.
Eckersley taken out of it by Dimitrov there. Sorry, by Todorov.
And Saints will now make that change, and it's going to be Kyle McGuinness who's going to depart, and he'll get a standing ovation from almost all of the Paisley 2021 stadium.
Yeah. And he's obviously not in a hurry to get off either, McGuinness, but yeah, he came back in. He's done really well. Stelios just waiting to come on, and
John Sutton is also about to
oh, so he is, yeah, double substitution.
Not sure if Big John is quite ready to make his appearance quite yet, but just going to break the subs up just to take some more time off the clock, and that ball has been played straight into the corner. I'm sure they wished for that to go a little bit better than it did, but it kills some more time.
Stelios seems to be kind of falling into a midfield role here. He just looks eager, doesn't he? He just looks like he wants to get hold of the ball.
Who knows what Stelios is going to produce in the next 2 minutes or so. Certainly have a couple of minutes of added on time with all the subs that we have seen. That was Stelios' header there.
And of course he laid on that goal for Riley last week.
That goal that killed the game off in Inverness. Livingston still pushing for a goal though. Cross goes in towards the back post. Ecker's looking clear.
I imagine the next time the ball goes out, yes, one looking to make a substitution here. Sutton coming on, and it is Gavin Riley going off.
So no goals for Gavin Riley tonight, but a great effort once again. Another man who has 16 goals to his name this season. No worries, he can try again on Saturday at home to Dumbarton. And it is John Sutton who comes on to replace him, and a big pat on the back of the head from Jack Ross as Riley went off.
Livy have the throw here. About maybe 10 yards into the St Mirren half. And play it back into their own.
So we are into the 90th minute. And you feel there's maybe been a little bit of acceptance from Livingston in the last couple of minutes that they take something very special to turn this around here. Morgan has it on the edge of the box. Lays it off for Eckersley. McShane. Here comes Liam Smith into the box, just pushes at the head of himself. And that's
just about too much on
nice
it from Smith there. Oh, some lovely build-up played by St Mirren across the face of the Livy box here.
I thought they're off doing well to come back and win it, but ultimately that is not
for
what
Livy
it's
really just damage limitation now, isn't it?
So we are into stoppage time now. 2 or 3 minutes, you would think, with all the subs. That's given away to Stephen McGinn. And as we are in stoppage time now, Chris, let's get your St Mirren TV man of the match for this evening.
Oh, do you know, that is a really difficult one, because there have been so many good players. You know, Morgan hasn't let us down again. McShane's been solid. You know, McGinn's had a really solid game as well. I think for me, maybe I would just give it to, for me, McShane. You know, he got the goal. It was a well-taken penalty, and he's just been, you know, quite solid as well. But, you know, it's been really hard to choose on tonight because so many players have stood up to the mark. As I said, Morgan, McGinn.
So, Ian McShane, your St Mirren TV man of the match for this evening. No prizes, I'm afraid, but the prize tonight for St Mirren.
Eternal gratitude.
But the prize for St Mirren this evening is top of the league. Alexander just keeping that one in, and of course we will see you here on Saturday on St Mirren TV for the game against Dumbarton, as I mentioned as well. Pre-match and post-match on St Mirren Radio with the St Mirren Show. So tune in before the game and watch as we go live, and then tune in straight after for all the reaction and the thoughts of Jack Ross and the players.
Well, credit to the Livy fans, have hung on to the end.
Well, no shortage of effort from their players tonight, but St Mirren just showing why they are where they are this season. Maybe a chance for a consolation, possibly. St Mirren getting bodies back and ensuring they don't concede anymore. Still, that clean sheet eludes them here at the Paisley 2021, you have to say. Not sure Jack Ross will really be too bothered about that tonight, though. Will be 2 points clear of Dundee United at the top of the championship tonight. Having played the same number of games, of course, this game was postponed from the 11th of this month for Saints international call-ups, hence why we're here tonight. But what a way to take advantage of the game in hand that Saints had here this evening as the long throw goes in. Can't be too much time left to be played here by Gavin Duncan.
Oh wow, that was really just an end of game shot, wasn't it? Because that was just going nowhere.
I think the less said about that, the better from Alan Lithgow.
Not too many fans leaving either, which is nice to see, because I've got the points wrapped up, but they're obviously wanting to show the team their appreciation at the end of the full 90 minutes, or plus stoppage times we're into now.
Great support and atmosphere inside the PLC. 2021 here this evening. Craig Sampson will take this goal kick, and surely that will do it for proceedings this evening, which it does. St Mirren are back at the top of the championship with a very convincing second half performance and an even more convincing scoreline to go along with it. It finishes St Mirren 3, Livingston 1.
It was just, we know we had the best of the first half, but still somehow went in a goal down. But we came out in the second half and we just stamped our authority on the game. And Livy, they put up a valiant effort, but we were just the team tonight, and we are top of the league, and it's where we deserve to be.